GH, General Hospital. Here's the thing. I haven't done a General Hospital review in a while because I'm not really too consistent in it, and I know there's another guy that usually does it daily, so I kind of just like fell back a little bit. But I gotta tell you, these last 3 fucking episodes, holy shit, I don't even know where to fucking begin. I don't even know where to fucking begin. Anna is a complete and utter fucking useless ass character, and Maxie once again just falls back into the stupid ditzy bitch. Holy shit. And you know what, Spinelli is he's no better to some extent, because here's the thing, and I'm gonna talk about today's episode and maybe a couple episodes back and the previous that I saw. So Jason just told Spinelli that you can't get somebody to agree with you if they're not ready to listen, or something along those lines. Like, you're not going to make somebody believe something if they don't want to. What Spinelli does with his so-called fucking high IQ, he goes right up to Maxie and he starts saying, oh, well, you can't believe Peter in this, and you can't believe Peter in that. So what does Maxie does? She's already a fucking idiot, by the way. She's fucking defending this guy, this, that, and the third, talking about, well, I'm gonna marry him, and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third, and I believe him, and if it's good enough for the SWB, because the law has never fucking made a mistake before, right? If you never actually made a mistake in trusting the wrong person, right? You know the sad part is that I saw Nina today in this episode, and a couple episodes back, and she was talking about how she had problems with Miss Tate. I was like, first of all, bitch, you're the one that caused those problems. Okay, so let's not sit there and try to act like it was Miss Tate's fault for anything. You were the fucking problem. You were the fucking problem, not her. But the sad part is that she was actually tolerable. I mean, for Nina standards, she was fucking tolerable. But Maxie, and I don't get Anna. I do not fucking understand why they're just making her, one sec. I don't get why they are making her so stupid. When she was going over the evidence with Peter, she was just like, yeah, this makes sense, and that makes sense, and this makes sense, and that makes sense. Why would Ulbrich try to kill her only friend? That makes no fucking sense. Here's the thing, even if you could make everything else make sense, why kill Franco? Why? Why fucking kill Franco? The only friend that she has. And risk it all, risk her relationship with Maxie and James. Why do that? That makes no fucking sense. No sense whatsoever. But she is so fucking dumbfounded that the minute an alternative came in, she jumped on it so fucking fast that it made sense to nobody. It just, I mean, like the normal fucking people that has a goddamn fucking brain, made no sense. And when Jason confronted her today, you saw the dumb look on her face. The idiotic look. When somebody says something that's so stupid that it makes no sense whatsoever, and when somebody questions them, they know by their facial expression how stupid they just sound. But instead of actually saying, you know what, that didn't really make any sense, that's probably just not right, they are headstrong enough to just forge on with it. That's what Anna was doing today. And it was sort of like the first video that I made, the very first one, the General Hospital one, about Nina just being a fucking complete idiot. But now you have Anna that's just, she's so fucking desperate to get Finn back. She's so fucking desperate to get Finn back that, she's all like, oh, well, there's no proof, so we good, right? We good, right? Yeah, but I have my daughter and everything like that. I just can't risk it. But we good, right? Okay, now I have proof. We good, right? This is literally her train of fucking thought. And it makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. And okay, I can go on and on and on about this shit. But my point is that I get that they have to stretch out storylines because it's a new show every day, 5 days a week. But when you start to dissect characters and you make them do things that makes little to no sense, you fuck up the integrity of the show, you fuck up the integrity of the characters. And when people are sitting there watching and rooting for these characters and are intrigued by these characters, and you make them do dumb, idiotic fucking mistakes or just questionable fucking things to stretch out a story, that doesn't benefit anyone. That doesn't benefit anyone. And, GH has... the quality of that show is just so fucking low. Here's the thing. Back in the day, way back in the day, before you had all these new shows, new streaming shows and things of that nature, soap operas were the end thing to watch. They were sensational and scandalous and all this other stuff like that. But now, 2020, 2019 or whatever, everything's a soap opera. Everything is a soap opera. The shows on Channel 11 are all soap operas, even the superhero ones. GH isn't the only game in town anymore, And this will kind of just segues into my next part of the problems that I'm having with GH. And here's my thing. When I started rewatching this GH, because I started watching it for a little bit. When I started rewatching it, I said to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this up until the point where Michael finds the baby. When he gets back his actual child, then I'll start watching it. Because it's other shit that I want to watch. And sometimes, I love GH, but it's 5 days a week, and it just kind of fucks up my schedule sometimes. But here's the thing. It's just shit that's just really bothering me. And it just makes me question, why the fuck do I even bother to watch this show? I mean, granted, there are certain good moments, but when the bad moments are bad, they're really fucking bad. Which leads into my next fucking moment. So, there was a part where Trina's mom comes in and, thanks Liz for, being nice and all this other stuff like that. And she acts like a complete, total fucking bitch to Ava. Now, you can think what you want of Ava. Yeah, she's done a lot of terrible shit, and yeah, I can understand why there's some people that don't like her. But at the end of the day, the only thing that Ava was trying to do was be nice to your fucking daughter. Your ungrateful, rudely little bitch of a daughter. And she comes out and says some really terrible shit about how, that's not your daughter and shit like that. And Ava lost a child. I mean, as a woman, as a mother, you're a fucking disgusting to even say some shit like that to her. Right automatically, and granted, that really just kind of pissed me off because no one fucking stepped in and said anything. Franco didn't step in and say anything, and that's her fucking friend. Liz didn't sit there and say, hey, listen, she's just here to try to help. Nicholas, which I like, but at this point he was acting like a piece of shit, didn't fucking bother to step in and say anything, And after she left, he didn't even go after her. I was like, wow, bro, I like you, but you're also kind of a piece of shit right now. But, yeah, so Trina's mom is a real piece of fucking work. I cannot stand the bitch, and I really hope that I don't actually have to see too much of her. I know that Trina's going through a lot, and I know the audience can be sit there and said that, she's just taking her grief and her anger out on him, and she has to sit there and point it somewhere, and she's a teenager, and blah, 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 blah. I get it. I fucking get it. But here's the thing. Your father asked him to get you out of that fucking warehouse. Okay? You're only alive because of fucking Curtis. He didn't even have to fucking go back in and help your dad. He doesn't owe anything to your dad. He doesn't owe anything to you. I know that, in the perfect world and everything like that, he's just supposed to take it. He's just supposed to take the anger and the attitude and all this other stuff like that. But to be honest, I would be like, yo, listen, I actually did you a favor by saying they're trying to get you out that warehouse when, guns was blazing and everything like that. And that's how you want to act? Okay, you know what? Screw you. Do not speak to me. Period. Sometimes at this point, you have to put certain people in their place and be like, you know what? Listen, I get that you're going through anger and grief and everything like that, but you are not, I repeat, you are not going to fucking disrespect me like that. Yeah, so clearly she is on the fucking naughty list for me. And, speaking of the previews, she decides to act like a complete and utter jackass and starts, like, mouthing off to him, talking about, well, you're the reason why my dad is dead, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, wow. Listen, sweetheart, going forward, no matter what you say, I'm gonna hate your fucking guts. I'm not gonna like you. I'm probably gonna fucking fast forward past your fucking scenes, because let's be honest for a minute. The scenes between Trina, Jocelyn, and Cameron, and I can't remember his fucking name at this point right now, but the scenes between them are fucking fluff and they're fucking useless. I don't really care about what happens to the fucking teens at General Hospital. I don't. I watch it for the adults. I watch it for the compelling stories. Seeing them there is just like commercials within the show. Because at the heart of the matter, when it comes down to it, a lot of the people, the main people that watch the show and the stories, it's for the Corinthos, it's for Jason, it's for Sam, it's for Jax, it's, when it ties into stuff, it's even for fucking Nina or Valentine and stuff like that. And yeah, people like Franco and Liz and stuff like that, and they always talk about how cute they are, but they don't bring in the ratings like Sonny does. They don't bring in the ratings like Jason does. So let's be fucking very clear. Trina, Jocelyn, Cam, and the other guy Dev, they're at the low of the fucking totem pole. So the fact that she's acting like such a complete fucking bitch is like, you are a waste of fucking space. Okay? The fact that they tied Tagger into your story to make you a little bit more fucking relevant, you should be grateful. But in fact, but instead, they are making her act like a complete and utter fucking nasty little fucking bitch. And, which, here's the thing. With that woman, what Trina's mom said about Ava was just nasty. It was rude. It was cruel. It was fucking cruel. And here's the thing. When you make characters and you make them really nasty and stuff like that, because here's the thing. I get the idea that you're supposed to be trying to spice up the show and, spice up the show by making a character say something scandalous and stuff like that. Here's the thing. That might have worked back in the 80s and the 90s and shit like that, when you didn't really have a lot of options of other shows you could be watching. When I see shit like that, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to watch General Hospital. I really don't. At this point, when shit like that happens, like, I'd rather be watching, I don't know, 10, 15 of my other fucking shows that I could be watching. It's just that they're watching an hour of that woman act like a complete and utter fucking bitch. And, listen, just to close this out, this whole Nina and Jax thing, it's just... I mean, really? Nina? And the sad thing is that if you would actually had the other actress, I would have been like, alright bro, I can kind of give you a little bit of pass, because, let's be honest, she's pretty hot. I'll give you that. You know, if it was the other old Nina Reeves, the Michelle Stanford or whatever, I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? She has been acting like a bitch, and I didn't really start to like her personality towards the end. But as far as looks go, I can give you that. You know, this woman, I mean, don't get me wrong, she has nice cleavage, but that's as far as it goes. Nina, really, bro? And again, this is coming from the person who went out with Jax. Who went out with Carly, who went out with, I'm so fucking angry, I can't even sit there and think, who went out with Brenda, Sam, Carly, Nina? Really? Fucking Nina? I would rather you go back out with fucking Alexis. Jesus Christ, Nina? If I had a choice between going out with Alexis and going out with Nina, I would choose Alexis in a heartbeat. Granted, she can be kind of annoying at times, but oh shit. Going back a little bit further. I know. Rant, because I actually haven't been reviewing PH in a minute. But let's go back to the whole TJ and Molly thing. Molly's fucking annoying. Okay? Molly is fucking annoying. She is one of those SJWs that will suck the life and the fun out of any room that she's in. And you know, the thing that really irritates me is not just the fact that she just spouts off stuff about, oh, well, corporate America is this and the green cards are that, and, you know, the institution of marriage is, you know, like, why do I have to go through that? Because, you know, with the man, it's like, oh my fucking God, please shut up. She tends to try to use a lot of big ass SAT words, and what bothers me about that is when you start using words like that, I feel like you're trying to talk down to people, you know? And granted, I get that she was talking to a med student, so okay, you know, his vocabulary is up there, but she just comes across as one of those type of people that has to sit there and try to act like she's the smartest person in the room. Not actively trying to show off, but just one of those type of people that just comes across as this super overachiever, and it's like, well, I did this and I did that, and women's rights and this and da 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 da, and it's like, shut up, just shut up, God, shut up. Hell, women like that are so bad that there are other women that don't like women like that. That's how fucking irritating that they are. Now, in the beginning, when, you know, he proposed, why does this get so loud for it? In the beginning, when TJ proposed to Molly, you know, you can already tell that she's gonna say no. When she starts being like hesitant at first, you knew that she was gonna say no. Okay? So she said no, and then she starts getting to this whole fucking bullshit about how marriage and the man and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow, okay, so let me get this straight. You going out with a successful med student, and you've been going out with this guy for years. What did you think the fucking end game was? I felt bad for TJ because I was like, you are the definition of a waste of fucking time. This guy has spent time with you, loved you, cared for you, been there for you, supported you for 8 fucking years. And you said no, but we can still go out together. Like it's some sort of consolation prize. Wow, sweetheart, I don't even know where to start on how fucked up your head is if you think that somebody's gonna go out with you for 8 years. And she acted totally fucking clueless, talking about, well, I didn't know you wanted to get married. And it's a piece of paper and blah 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 blah. Here's the thing, I'm not gonna sit there because when what's that other woman's name? One I can't stand. Ned's wife. When she started talking to Ned about getting married and how she was like, well, I don't believe in it. It's just a piece of paper and this, that, and third and blah blah blah. Okay. The reason why it got me kind of pissed off is because I felt like she was shitting on the institution of marriage in general. Because I believe in marriage. you know? And to have somebody just, I felt like she was just trampling on that shit. And I can't even remember her Olivia, when she was going up, spouting off about marriage and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. Marriage is only as good as the love that you have and the meaning behind it, you know? Because, yeah, marriage is just a piece of paper. A symbol. But it's much more than that. So she started, so she started spouting off this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. And I was getting so fucking angry. But then she got into the whole thing about her mom and stuff like that, and, you know, how she grew up and how marriage didn't work out for them, and it caused all sorts of problems and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, I do not fucking like you, but I am understanding where you are coming from. And I hate to admit that because I really don't like you, but I get where she's coming from. So, at first she starts talking about, you know, how it didn't work out for her and her parents and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing, is she would have been like, you know what, I'm a little hesitant about it because, you know, I grew up where marriage just did not work out for anyone. I can understand that. I can respect that. But, you know, TJ was very clear. Listen, this is endgame, you know? I hate saying that, but it is what it is. This is endgame for us, you know? I'm not gonna just sit there and, you know, like, what did you thought we were doing? I mean, here's the thing. The argument can go back and forth, but again, I just felt bad for him because I felt like he just wasted his time with this woman that didn't want to marry him, but, you know, had no intentions on marrying him, and pretty much shit on the institution of marriage, and something he felt very strongly for. Now again, marriage is more than just, you know, one can sit and look at it as a piece of paper, and granted, you know, I can understand a scenario of when they're together, spend the rest of their life together, don't get married, and still live a very happy and beautiful life without marriage. I get that. And, you know, whatever, you know, and sometimes you can be married to somebody and the pressures and expectations of marriage and holding it together can just be too much and it can implode. I get that. And I'm not going to sit there and try to knock her and sit there and say she's wrong, but just the way she came out with the whole SJW talk just really fucking pissed me off. Jordan's a fucking idiot. Last one, I promise. Jordan is a fucking idiot. So, you know, Curtis brings her in the room or whatever to try to work with Sonny, and she just starts going left and right about how you're bad and you're this, and I'm not working with mobsters and thugs and stuff like that. Like, her fucking record is clean. You know, I hate when people sit there and try to throw stones and live in fucking glass houses. You know, talking down to him like she doesn't have any dirt on her. Bitch, you fucking fabricated evidence to sit there and get a guy convicted and sent to fucking prison. But you're gonna sit there and start talking about how bad they are. And first of all, she starts mouthing off the fucking Sonny and shit and them. And then she starts mouthing off the fucking Curtis. And I'm like, wow. Man, if I was your fucking husband, the first thing that would came into my head was fucking divorce. Because I'm not gonna let anybody disrespect me like that. I don't give a shit if you're the president of the United fucking States of America. You will not fucking talk to me that way. I'm like, yo. But, yeah, so she is just... Here's the thing. I never really liked New Jordan anyway. So, as far as I'm concerned with that bitch, she's just fucking on borrowed time. But it is what it is. It's sort of like Lulu. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like the new Lulu actress, but they just said, alright, fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. And I guess with Jordan, it is what it is. But her attitude and the way she just sped off, like after she talked down to them and I'm not working with you and blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. How's your results going? Are you any closer to sitting there trying to pen this stuff on Cyrus? No? Oh, okay. Just checking. But no. You good. You got this shit. You gonna ride this horse, girl. Like, that was her fucking attitude. Like, I can do this shit by myself. Where's your son at? Because I'm guaranteeing you that he is fucking kidnapped. You know? I guarantee you that he is kidnapped. You know, I don't really know how many people actually watch these GH reviews, and I was sitting there thinking about doing more of them. But I know sometimes, I may come in and I'm gonna be like 3 or 4 episodes behind, and I'll sit there and talk about some stuff. And if you're not catching somebody up on the latest episodes, then what's the point of watching it? So it's like, what's the point of reviewing it? But sometimes with these episodes, it just gets me so pissed off. I'm just like, and I do other videos and stuff like that too. So I was like, you know what? I don't really review this stuff as much because I'm not dedicated as far as watching them that same day and putting out the video the next hour and shit like the other guy is. But I had to fucking do this shit because I was so fucking steaming towards the end of that episode. I was like, man, if I don't sit there and talk into a fucking camera about how terrible and shitty this fucking episode was. And don't get me wrong, the whole episode of this wasn't bad. I commend Willow for even talking to fucking Nina, because Nina is nobody's fucking favorite. And the fact that she actually went to her showed you how much committed she is and how desperate she is to get that crazy ass bitch Nell away from fucking Wyling. And it sucks that the courts always tends to side with the mother, because it just shows fucking sexism. And again, sexism is a two-way street. Okay, you can be sexist just towards a man as you can towards a woman. And I seriously pray to God that I am never in a custody battle with a woman where they decide to side with the mother over the father. Because, man, I would fucking sue that court for every single fucking penny. On principle. But anyway, that's just my angry rant and review of GH for the past 3 days. I might do more of these videos. I know I said I wasn't, but they're kind of fun. And especially on episodes like this when it just really pisses me off. And also I'm sitting there, it's funny because I'm sitting there talking about I'm going to stop watching it, and yet I'm still watching it because now it's actually getting good with this whole Cyrus Renault thing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this long-winded review. And if anyone watched this so far, let me know if you actually want me to be doing these reviews. If you want me to do it and put it out the same day, I'll do it. And sometimes I get like maybe one person to watch it, and sometimes I may get 4 people to watch it. So if you're one of those people, even if you're that one person that's like, yo, listen, I need to catch up on GH, let me know what's going on, because it is an everyday thing. And why I'm committed, because I like to sit there and watch every single episode. I know some people are just like, you know what, fuck it, I can skip like 3 or 4 episodes and just kind of catch up. So let me know at the comment section in the bottom if GH reviews is something that you want to see going forward, or if you want me to see if you want to see any other soap operas like Days or something like that. I don't normally watch Days, but if you want me to watch it and review it, I'm open to it. Or I was gonna say Young and the Restless. So let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in the next review. Have a good day or good night.